Once you taste them, you'll become a fan of M&Ms. They're a delicious chocolate snack that melts in your mouth, loved not just by kids, but by adults alike. When you're craving something to munch on or feel a bit hungry, M&Ms are the perfect choice. What's not to like about them? It's a chewy chocolate center, occasionally with peanut butter or nuts, nestled inside a hard, colorful, shiny sugar coating to give them a nice crunch. Every aspect of M&Ms is lovable and mouthwatering. This video will explore how this delightful treat is made in a factory. Stay tuned until the end of the video, and don't forget to subscribe. M&Ms are colorful, sugar-coated chocolates with a white M on one side. The original variety has a semi-sweet chocolate, while the first variation, peanut M&Ms, has a peanut inside. Over the years, more flavors like peanut butter, almond, and caramel were added. They were first created in the 1930s and are now a beloved treat worldwide. M&M has a rich history from World War II with Forrest Mars Sr., son of Mars Company founder Frank C. Mars. Forrest saw soldiers in the Spanish Civil War eating chocolate pellets with a hard shell, called Smarties. This gave him the idea to create a candy that wouldn't melt as quickly and which became popular with U.S. soldiers. By 1941, Mars had perfected his process, and the first M&Ms were born in Newark, New Jersey. The name M&Ms came from the collaboration between Forrest Mars Sr. and Bruce Murray, son of Hershey's president William F.R. Murray. Mars offered Murray a 20% stake, agreeing to use Hershey's chocolate exclusively. Hence, M&M stood for Mars and Murray. During this time, many fake copies of M&Ms began to appear. To avoid this, the M logo was put on each one to stop fake candies from deceiving people. In 1954, the logo transitioned from black to white, and the iconic slogan, "Melt in your mouth, not in your hand," was introduced. After the war, M&Ms became very popular with everyone. Smart ads with fun red and yellow characters made people love them even more. These ads were on TV and billboards, making M&Ms a well-known and loved candy brand. Over 400 million M&Ms are made and consumed worldwide every day, which is mind-blowing. Their annual revenue is $770.2 million. A fun fact that's not very well known is that Mars made history when M&Ms were chosen by astronauts on the first space shuttle, thus becoming the first candy to make it to space. In 1984, M&M's plain and peanut chocolate candies were also named the official snack foods of the Olympic Games. You must be curious about the magical process behind how these sweet candies, loved by soldiers, astronauts, and everyone else, are made, especially considering all the milestones they've achieved. M&Ms are made with top-quality ingredients in order to create delicious and colorful candies. The main ingredient is chocolate, which is made from whole milk, cocoa butter, sugar, and chocolate liqueur. Chocolate liqueur is a thick syrup made by grinding and processing roasted cocoa nibs with granite blocks. The cocoa beans are roasted to bring out their rich chocolate aroma. Roasting is crucial because it affects the taste if the beans aren't roasted properly. After roasting, the beans are cooled, their shells are removed, and the valuable nibs are saved. The nibs are then pressed to extract cocoa butter and fat, forming a creamy paste similar to butter. Next, the sweetened chocolate liqueur is mixed with the cocoa butter paste to give the chocolate its smooth texture. This mixture is heated and cooled multiple times to ensure it's perfectly blended without lumps. After this, the milk and sugar are added in large amounts, and the mixture is stirred until it turns into sweet, creamy milk chocolate. Now, let's move on to the manufacturing process. The first step is molding, which starts with creating the chocolate centers. Liquid chocolate is poured into small molds shaped like M&Ms. For peanut and almond M&Ms, whole peanuts or almonds are placed in the molds before the chocolate is added. These peanuts are first roasted, then the peanut butter center is prepared and surrounded by chocolate. The chocolate-filled molds are rotated to ensure the chocolate is evenly distributed. The molds are opened once the chocolate has been set and the centers are removed. The molded chocolate centers are then cooled and allowed to harden. After this, the candy shell making process begins. A blend of sugar, corn syrup, and water is poured into a rotating drum, which is heated to evaporate the water. This process leaves behind a solid sugar coating around each chocolate center. The coated chocolates are cooled in tunnels to ensure the shell hardens appropriately. Once the candy shells are ready, the next step is to add the chocolate filling. This is done by pouring liquid chocolate into the center of each candy shell while it rotates in a cooling tunnel. As the chocolate fills the shell, it cools and hardens, completing the M&M's product initials. Next comes the critical stage, in which the chocolates are transferred to a process called panning. In this stage, the chocolates are placed in large rotating containers. A liquid mixture of sugar and corn syrup is sprayed onto the chocolates. The rotation of the drum ensures that the coating is applied evenly. Several coats of the liquid mixture are applied, each being allowed to dry before the next one is added. This process ensures that each chocolate is fully covered with a layer of candy shell. Then comes the coloring step, where color is added for the final touch. A finishing syrup with food coloring is sprayed onto the chocolates. The coloring process for M&Ms involves several dyes to achieve their vibrant hues. E100 curcumin is yellow and derived from turmeric, a plant native to Asia. E120 carmine gives a red shade and is made from cochineal insects found in Central America. E132 indigo carmine is used for blue coloring and is a synthetic dye. E153 vegetable carbon adds a black color and is made from vegetable matter. E168 carotene offers an orange tint and is sourced from carrots. Finally, E162 beetroot red provides a red color and is extracted from beets. These candies are then left to dry and harden, the result being a glossy and smooth finish. After the candies are coated and colored, they go through the branding process, where each candy goes through a machine that stamps the M logo onto each piece. The M&Ms are positioned on a conveyor belt and pass under the rubber etch rollers. These rollers gently imprint the M on each candy without cracking the shell. This process is similar to offset printing, and 6 million candies are engraved every hour, with over 100 million candies each day. That is simply amazing. Just think about how fast that machine must move to keep up. After the candy coating process, the M&Ms are sorted by color and sent to the packaging line. Here, the candies are packed into various bags, boxes, and containers. Packaging is highly automated with robots and machines handling most of the work. One exciting part of the production line is the high-tech machinery used to sort the M&Ms by color. Machines with sensors and cameras identify each candy's color as it moves along the conveyor belt. The candies are sorted into different bins, ensuring every package has a perfect mix of colors. Once sorted, the candies are weighed by a particular machine before being placed into branded bags. For regular M&Ms, the bags are filled with about 30% brown, 20% yellow, 20% red, 10% green, 10% orange, and 10% blue candies. For peanut M&Ms, the mix is 20% brown, 20% yellow, 20% red, 20% blue, 10% green, and 10% orange. Peanut butter and almond M&Ms have equal proportions of 20% each in yellow, red, green, blue, and brown. Each bag is heat sealed to keep the candies fresh. Another machine then packs the sealed bags into boxes, assembling the shipping cartons and sealing them shut. The factory is designed to be efficient, with automated systems reducing waste and speeding up production. For instance, the factory recycles heat from the molding process to help dry the coated candies, and the packaging line uses minimal materials to cut down on waste. Sounds amazing, right? There is no room for compromising on quality. Every step of the process is designed to maintain the highest standards. The quality control process at M&M starts with testing the ingredients to ensure they are free from contaminants and defects. Once the ingredients pass the test, they are mixed to make chocolate centers. These centers are then coated and sent to the quality control department for further testing. Here, candies undergo tests for texture, taste, and appearance, including a drop test in which they are dropped from a certain height to check for cracks or damage. They are also tested to see how well they hold up under different conditions, like changes in temperature or humidity. After testing, single-color M&Ms are shifted to remove any misshapen pieces. Missing or incomplete M imprints are considered rejects. M&Ms also audit suppliers and factories for compliance with labor, food safety, and environmental standards, ensuring high quality throughout the process. One of the most interesting facts about M&Ms is that the colors of the candy shells do not affect the taste. The taste comes from the milk chocolate inside and any added ingredients, such as peanuts or crisped rice. The crisp sugar shell outside adds to the texture, but does not contribute to the flavor. Consumers enjoy M&Ms in various ways, such as sorting the colors before eating, letting the color dissolve in their mouth before chewing, or simply eating them individually. In conclusion, the making of M&Ms is an excellent example of modern engineering. Advanced machines, automation, and intelligent processes help produce M&Ms quickly and with exceptional quality. This method also helps reduce waste and lower the impact on the environment. Are you an M&M lover too? If so, what do you like most about them? Let us know in the comments below.